be a much more efficient use of our time.
Yes.
So it is up ? And running ?
Let's see.
Possibly.
Yeah.
All right. Mute. There we go. Okay. So thingies. Things and stuff.
Oh.
Low on morale. Put some points in violation. Oh wait, that's not. That's. Okay. Oh, that's right. We are at the bookshop.
So we're going to do something.
Right. We're about to look at these maps.
Ah, the maps, yes.
All right. So let's look at the maps.
Several maps
Hey?
have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
So should we look at the map of Insulinde, map of Revenshaw, the map of Martinez, or hey, can I buy these maps?
So let's go down the list.
All right.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another, far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme, Ozon, Laurentide, Fas a la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white,
So a whole bunch of islands.
Up.
disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou. In a bookstore, it's you.
Okay. So, one.
Sure.
You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vimandu, on Archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas, lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark.
Look at the edges.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seol is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there.
All right.
You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away.
All right.
Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
Okay. So, Revachol?
Sure.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
Okay.
Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Okay. So, Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Okay, you want to do number 4 or number 5?
We'll try 4.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other 2 are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
How'd you know?
Right. Why is the one in Martinez so cheap? Or you seem to underestimate my resources, lady. But sure, okay.
Of 1.
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
And then, well, then what happened?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
So you want to buy the map of Martinez or steal it?
So, is there a downside to stealing it?
I mean, if she catches you, I guess you just try again later. I don't know. It's a white check, so apparently it's not that big of a problem.
That's what. Yeah, I'm wondering why it's white. It's like tried it, but she doesn't care.
I guess. We got a 42% chance of success if you want to try it.
Seems kind of low.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just feel like something bad will happen if you get caught,
Right.
which is pretty likely.
60% chance.
I mean, somewhat likely.
So, 5 or 6, what do you want to do?
I'd rather just buy it.
All right.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
All right.
Pay 90 cents.
Yes, we now have a map of Revachol. A map of Martinez, excuse me. A worn and
Map is
torn map of
something.
Martinez area dating to 48. The title on the top reads, Bienvenue Revachol. It's a bit out of date, and it was originally created by a design studio, and a failed attempt to spruce up Martinez and turn it into some kind of fancy tourist location. You want to interact with it?
Sure.
The worn map features
Oh, you bought
a
it.
patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Want to trace a path through the grid? Is that a yes? I didn't hear.
Yes. Sorry.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across
48
Rue
of
de
what
Saint
century?
Ghislain
Right.
and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun, and Martinez north. Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
So we now have a map tab.
Ah,
Wanna
useful.
Put the map away?
Right.
Okay. So now, if we go to map, we can actually see a map.
Hey.
Right. We can try to steal a map again, although that would be confusing since we have it already.
Right. Now, can we fast travel?
Eventually, yes. However, we don't have anywhere to fast travel yet.
Oh, okay.
We currently have the waterfront, which is where we are.
Right.
And if you look to the left, there's a church and fisherman shacks, which we do not have access to, so we cannot fast travel to.
That's when we can cross the dam.
Right. And as she mentioned, Revachol never looked like this. This is a very what's the word I'm looking for? This is an interpretation.
Bill Ferris wheel.
Yeah, right. Exactly. No giant egg. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
All right, so let's go ahead and back out here. Okay. So let's see, 9:30 at night. Let's continue browsing the bookstore. Well past hours.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
So look through the shelf. Storekeep what books are these, or leave.
Look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
So how does that work? Or interesting.
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does the book say anything else, or interesting?
Fun.
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's
Sounds
even
useful.
a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
So we can find something truly otherworldly. We can ask about the books, or we can leave.
Yeah, something otherworldly.
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
What's the Pale, or what's the book about, or that's all I need to know.
Fun.
The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
What's the book about, or that's all I need to know.
Fun.
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale.
Sounds painful, or sounds intriguing, or sounds invigorating, excuse me.
1.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
What else? Or I think I've heard enough.
What else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pail. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pail and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
And what does this pale-edged liquor do?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
I should probably get my hands on some of that. What else is there? Or how is that possible? Or I think I've heard enough.
1.
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pale. Though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need.
All right. Huh. Anything else of note?
There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Oh, okay. Well, I certainly don't need that, or I probably need that.
I don't think we need that.
You close the book and return it to its place on the shelf.
Okay, so storekeep what books are these? All right, I want to buy medicinal purposes of the pail or leave.
2.
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free.
She narrows her eyes.
I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay. So, do we want to buy medicinal purposes of the pail or do we want to leave?
The thing is, do we need to keep our money?
I mean, we have precious little cash.
Yes.
Probably would be good to hold on to some of it.
I mean, we can always buy it tomorrow.
Right. After we figure out how on earth we're going to survive the night.
Okay.
All right,
We
let's
leave.
Another boring book just discarded here. Okay. So it's 9:40. Do you want to open up the curtain and see if we can go down in the basement?
Sure.
All right.
I mean, I guess that'll take time, and I don't know if we'll get any money
You
out
see
of it.
a set of tattered
That's the
curtains
thing.
blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
So should we pull the curtains open or ignore the curtains and try to find money elsewhere?
Should probably focus on money for now.
So ignore the curtains?
Yeah,
All
we can
right.
come back tomorrow, I assume.
Assuming we make it to tomorrow. Yes. Oh, good, it's raining. Well, you want to continue walking up the coast and see if we can find some money somewhere?
Sure.
Oh, wait. Something just happened. Ah!
What?
The book is titled Man from Hemdall and the Wild Fire. Okay. Why? I don't know why you gave me an alert for that.
Thanks?
Right. A lonely corporant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. Oh, I need a crowbar to open that. Just a second.
I have one of those.
We have gained a coat of some kind.
Hey, up here, Piggo.
A signal blue late naval coat. Increases suggestions so we look more respectable. But we lose our half-light. We look to official.
Is half-light?
Half-light.
Yeah, you better keep walking.
High-strung investigators, shoot now, ask question later, cops, surprise haters. So the buddy can take control, threaten people. Okay, so half-light is like your intimidation factor.
Oh.
So if you wear the coat,
Hey, when I'm
you're not very intimidating.
I see.
It looks like the one we have now is a little better, because the one we
Okay.
have now has no negative. It
Yes.
is an official police jacket.
Free
It gives us the
decor.
respect of other policemen.
Hey, up here,
Yeah.
Pigo.
We sell clothes?
There's a girl up here. There's a girl up here. Did she spill the paint? And what was your question?
We sell clothes?
Do we sell clothes? We haven't been able to yet.
Okay.
Rue de Saint Gasoline, roundabout
Yeah, you better keep walking.
Cape Side Apartments. There's apparently a lady up there talking to us. Said the firm of the motorcycle and repair and the tools used in disassembling it. So you want to talk to this girl up here?
Okay.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive. Or, don't use that tone with me. I am the law. Or, let's start with your blood type and go from there. Or, Hep, yes. When were you last tested? Or, just answer the question, okay?
I've...
Ask away, pigman, but I don't promise to answer.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside.
She's grown frustrated with her work and welcomes the opportunity to challenge authority in other ways.
You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? Or, what are you doing to that wall? Or, do you know anything about the recent murder? Or, catch you later, Cindy.
2.
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. So you don't know what to write? Or, why are you so committed to defacing this building? Or, I have an opinion on this. You want to hear it?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home, and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cards. And my name's not Mona, so...
She wants it to be something true and total.
So you don't know what to write? No, sorry. Now, why are you so committed to defacing the building? Or, I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
I 2.
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
All right. So, I have an
Right.
opinion on this.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to have to stop you. This is hooliganism. Or actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied.
Let's see. Oh, what do we want to choose here? One.
Number 1? All right.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? Or do you know anything about the recent murder? Or catch you later, Cindy.
One.
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
She nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on a boat docked next to the pier.
Hatred? Disgust? It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a
That's okay.
professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound the
wacky?
boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to us on.
Know anything about the murder? Or catch you later, Cindy.
We'll do 3.
I ain't no snitch, pigstein.
She wrinkles her
Go
nose.
forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
So you won't talk about the murder, but maybe you can tell us something about the murder victim's missing armor? Or catch you later, Cindy.
We'll try 4.
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art for the body? Or come on, Cindy, just help me out here.
1.
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time.
She waves her hand in a general westward direction. And there's a little girl wearing gloves there. Or got it.
1.
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again.
Okay.
Damn it.
She looks at you, a little sad suddenly.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
He makes a note in his notebook. Catch you later.
Alright.
Watch your back, Ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Well, I certainly feel welcome. Want to try this door?
Okay.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Want to knock or want to leave?
Knock.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Knock again or leave?
Alright, we'll try again.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Oh.
Hold on, who am I speaking to? Or, this is the police, open the door.
1.
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
But this is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
The hallway echoes with her cackle. Please let me inside. It's cold out here. But I'm not joking.
2.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Knock again, or Kim, tell her we're real policemen, or leave.
Just leave.
Alright. Okay, well, it's not letting me do that one. So let's try this one. The belly of the boat shines recently painted. Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A. Your room in the Whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. It's worth more than you'll ever earn in all of your life. Shadows in the water, green plants under the calm surface. So, should we talk to the lady on the boat?
Right?
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good evening, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Joyce L? What does the L stand for? Or RCM? What's that? I'm a little foggy here. Or what gave us away? Or shake her hand. Or don't shake her hand.
4.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
Like steel. There is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
He opens his notebook.
How interesting.
She turns to you unfazed.
I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
You're on a boat. Or tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do? Or what can you tell me about this strike? Or what can you tell me about the lynching? Or do you know something about these tattoos? Or you seem rich. Can I have money? Or thank you, that's all for now.
Oh, let's see. Let's start with 2.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do? Or fair enough, tell me something else.
1.
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things.
Okay.
And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
She started by pointing to the small dots on the horizon and then to the east toward the harbor. How much money does Wild Pines have? Or, got it, tell me something else.
1.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
A billion?
What exactly is a billion? Or, wow. Or, that's it, I thought Wild Pines was supposed to be big time. Or, numbers like that mean literally nothing to me. Or, the money I owe is so much less than that.
It was very true.
So,
I mean, let's try 5.
all right.
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
Where does Wild Pines get all these billions? Or that's all I needed to know. About something else.
1.
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain.
Uh-huh.
Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the Great Unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
What does such a huge system want with a place like this? Or that's all I wanted to know.
Too.
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners,
Gives you a little smile.
who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
8% of all the cargo in the entire world? That is quite an endeavor indeed. Or, you don't keep it moving, the workers do. The company's nothing without them. Or that's all I needed to know.
A 1.
There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
So you're on a boat, or what can you tell me about the strike? Or what can you tell me about the lynching? Or do you know something about these tattoos? Or you seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality that we're in. Or you seem rich. Can I have money? Or thanks, that's all for now.
Boy.
Is that number 1?
Just thinking, wow, there's so many options.
Yeah, there are a lot of it. We got more since last time we talked to her.
Yes. Let's go with 6.
You seem
This-
smart.
Reality.
She pulls her hood closer around her neck. I got so drunk I forgot literally everything. Or no time to explain. Just give me the lowdown. Or actually, now's not a good time for reality lowdown. Maybe later.
2.
No, but please, a little context. We're not in such a hurry.
I got so drunk I forgot literally everything. Or actually, now's not a good time for reality lowdown. Maybe later.
I 1.
What?
She chortles, nearly spilling her tea. I went on a 3-day bender, and now I need you to explain this world to me. The supernatural event took place. Put your head within my head, with alcohol. Please don't say it. Make me say it again.
I guess 1. I mean, that's pretty true.
Such an acute encephalopathy. Just doesn't seem possible.
Puts a beverage down and stares at you.
Surely you're joking.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
After she took a long sip to clear her throat.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Where are we? Or what times are these? Or what is the acute encephalopathy? Or think of something close to you. Or what are you? Or what is this? Spread your hands. Or what is? Reach for something fundamental. Or that's all for now. And it is 10 o'clock at night. I will also point that out.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
6.
I'm sorry.
You said 6? All right.
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
All right. She tilts her head. Keep guessing. Or am I really that awkward? Or I meant, what is this place here?
3.
Ah,
Those are
this
Lewis's wife.
is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot or 2.
She looks around. And what is Rue de Saint-Ghislain 33A?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see.
Okay.
And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old.
She looks up at the crumbling facade.
This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
And who lived in them?
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Splat, splat.
From the dilapidated balcony, Cindy the Skull gives Joyce the evil eye, her red paintbrush held to her throat.
Wonderful.
Okay, so where are we? Or what times are these? Or what is an acute encephalopathy? Or what is, think of something close to you? Or what are you? Or what is that? Points to Cindy. Or what is, think of something fundamental. Or that's all for now.
7.
The girl in the old lady rags.
Yes, or no, I mean something basic about reality. Number 1?
1.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture.
Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Okay, now, explain the same thing but to a child. Or I understood everything. Make it more complicated somehow.
I guess 1.
Young people who dye their hair funny colors and wear old people's clothes are stupid, and their little rebellion is self-defeating. All right. What next?
She pauses to take a long, leisurely sip of her tea. Where are we? What times are these? What is an acute encephalopathy? Or what is, think of something close to you. Or what are you? Or what is, think of something fundamental. But that's all for
2.
2.
These
Tens of
are
these.
unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Puts a finger to her lips, then points at you. Too late for what? Or got it? Another question.
1.
For the big time.
Her eyes light up, and there's a flash of teeth. What's the big time?
The revolution.
She says. Ah. And what is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Okay, who got shot in the head? Or who gets the mineral rights? Or what is this kerfuffle? Or that's enough about the times.
3.
The turn of the century revolution?
She smiles mischievously.
Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
Who started it?
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Marzolf came along and overthrew the government.
What did this Sarath do? Or what did it spread? Or where did it spread from there?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Marzolf's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
And what came next?
Why? You and I, officer.
She spreads her arms, raincoat
Our
flapping.
lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie? A pair of pants?
Our lives are very different from each other. Or what is the zone of control? Or what happened to the rest of the world?
1.
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
What is this zone of control? Or what happened to the rest of the world?
2.
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
It's been like this for how long exactly?
43 years. Hard to fathom, I know.
What have we been doing all that time? Well, that's it then, another topic. Say 1 or 2.
1.
Alright.
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before, 08 to 19 was simply hell.
And after that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
And were they?
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash, an Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are.
She curtsies.
Welcome to reality, baby.
Hey, we got a new skill point. Ooh. So, want to continue?
Right?
From the looks of it, the 50s haven't been much better for the zone of control. You can see it in her eyes. Days slipping away.
You don't seem thrilled, or say nothing.
Fun.
I've no right to be dissatisfied. This shirt is Barbara Muscova, this raincoat is impervious to rain and is guaranteed for 100 years. My daughters will wear it. No, it's just...
She looks at the crumbling tenements, paint flecking from the stone.
We could have had so much more. Every one of us. If only we'd played it right.
Her voice is almost wistful. So, who got shot in the head? Or who got the mineral rights? Or what would you have done differently? Or that's enough about the times.
4.
Good question.
She cranes her neck.
What would you have done differently?
No, her first.
I asked you, who are you in all this? Or I would have sought a medical solution. Seems like the Zareth drove the people mad. Or I would have killed more, 400 million if that's what it took. Or I would have made off with the mineral rights. Or I don't know what I would have done differently.
A 1.
And I asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
Would have sought a medical solution. Or I would have killed even more. Or I would have made off with mineral rights. Or I don't know what I would have done differently.
Alright, 5.
And you would have died, most likely. Not far from here. Maybe even right here, during the beachhead, defending the coast the day the Coalition took the city.
Probably. Or happily. Or no way. I wouldn't have fought with the communards.
A 1.
No, almost certainly. The Commune would have forced you.
Try not to die
Such
now.
was the fate of the undecided.
Right. Who got shot in the head? Or who got the mineral rights? Or that's enough about the times.
A 2.
The Liberals got the mineral rights. And
It's
by
the sky.
mineral rights, I mean everything.
Then inland of the crumbling city. Okay, and by the Liberals you mean, or how did the Liberals win it all?
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the Ultras, or Ultra-Liberals. They fared well.
How'd the Liberals win it all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
We. She's one of them. Of course.
If everyone got shot, who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The Coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Wait, you just said the Liberals took everything. Or who are the Coalition?
1.
The Liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The Coalition took the ground.
She stumps her rubber-booted
The
foot.
ocean, the laws, and the people.
Who are the Coalition?
The Coalition of Nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She is critical, but ultimately understands the cause.
Moralist?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
I do not think I'm a moralist, ma'am. Or not just technically, practically as well. I like what I've read about these people. Or if always picking the option that doesn't commit to anything, then hell yes I am. And also not.
Oh boy, let's see here. Three.
3? All right.
An almost endearingly moralist standpoint.
She bows.
It must be hard to take a moderate approach to head shooting in your line of work.
So who did get shot in the head? Or that's enough about the times.
We're gonna do one.
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head.
She's not gloating. It's a relieved celebration.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Did the communists and the anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Truly a kerfuffle, or truly a tragedy. Or sounds like they would have shot more people in the head then. Or sounds like they should have shot more people in the head then.
One.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
Lieutenant mumbles from behind his notes.
Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it.
Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious.
She shakes her head.
Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Smart king, or cowardly king. I love that king, freaking communists. Or I don't care about kings. Tell me one more thing.
Four.
4? All right.
About head shooting.
She smiles. That's enough about the times.
Right?
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
Where are we? Or what is this acute encephalopathy? Or what is, think of something close to you. Or I want to know what you are. Or what is reach for something fundamental. Or that's all for now.
5, yeah.
5? All right. She hums.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
What are you? Or say nothing.
One.
I am the vilest of the vile.
She says a sudden
A
flash of teeth.
traitor. A devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
Wait, what's an ultra? Or Dios mío, cross, a liberal. Or cool, I liberate pretty hard myself. Or I don't understand. What's so vile about that?
One.
An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind.
Dios mío. Or cool, I liberate pretty hard myself. Or I don't understand. What's so vile?
4.
4? Man, I can't hear you. Did you say 4?
4, sorry. Yep,
Okay.
4.
Haven't you heard? I am a nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. One of those who pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution.
She nodded pedagogically.
We surrendered the nation to financial colonists. No saint person identifies as an ultra anymore. Not in broad daylight.
Fortunately, it's 10:30
Tell
at
me,
night.
now that I've uncoiled myself,
Yes.
Are you repulsed?
She looks you in the eye.
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride. Forgive her, but only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
You are a monster, or I forgive you. I forgive you, but only because you're charming. Or I don't care.
Oh. Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah. So she betrayed
too.
everyone. She betrayed everyone and got away with the money.
Yeah.
What is your opinion of that?
Oh.
Judgment? Forgiveness? Whatever. She's charming. Or whatever. Just straight up whatever.
I guess one.
Okay. You're a monster.
That's a pity.
She bows.
I hope we can remain collegial, despite my monstrousness. The Ultras didn't have anything against the King, or the Commune, you see. It was just business. When the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power
okay.
to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
She turns her gaze to the Delta. Would you have done something differently? Or that settles that.
One.
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinez, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake.
She realizes her small, cold fists are clenched. She loosens them.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
You're a smart woman. Or you're a patriot. Or you have daughters.
Two.
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Seditious talk, man.
Lieutenant pats down his notes and gives her a look. You're a smart woman, or you have daughters?
One.
So, 1 or 3, I missed that.
One.
1, alright.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
Her earrings chime as she nods. Alright, you have daughters?
Yes. Whatever else I am. I'm also a mother. And a wife.
She closes her eyes and opens them again.
Now, shall we return to reality?
Where are we? Or what is a acute encephalopathy? Or what is something close to me? Or what is something fundamental?
I guess 4.
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
Ah.
What are we? What is acute encephalopathy? What is reach something fundamental? Or that's all for now.
Eight looks like it will fail, but I guess we can try it.
Number 8?
Yeah.
Alright.
A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the
Surprised if it
world.
worked.
The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all.
Where are we? What is this acute encephalopathy? Or that's all for now.
I have 1.
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby? Or what is Martinez?
Who?
What is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol.
Look
A
around.
very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour. North of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution.
She shrugs.
It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me more about Martinez. Or you mentioned a sea. What sea is this? Or, okay, that's Martinez. What's Revenshaw? Or tell me about another, perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality. One, two, three, or four.
Oh, man.
Two? All right.
Yeah,
Mention
sorry.
the sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
And we're near the ocean.
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Mm-hmm. The Atlantic. Got it.
Vast, lukewarm, and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
Tell me more about Martinez. Or what's the name of this island? Or, okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachol? Or tell me about another, perhaps more fundamental aspect of our reality.
3.
Okay? The name of this island.
Caillou.
They're still
Imagine a
brothers.
pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea. Misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river
yes.
Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch. The Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Tell me more about Martinez. Okay, that's Martinez. What about Revachol? Or tell me about another, perhaps more fundamental aspect of reality.
And 1.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before. As a teenager.
Okay.
Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
A brief spike of longing in her upright body. The dots under her eyelids shake.
This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
Tell me more about Martinez. Or you were here as a teenager? Sorry, we already did Martinez. You were here as a teenager?
Yeah.
Okay, that's Martinez. What about Revachol? Or tell me about another, perhaps more fundamental aspect of reality.
2.
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and
She smiles.
don't hold it against me. The boys certainly did not.
Okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachol? Or tell me about another, perhaps more fundamental aspect of
5.
reality. 5, all right.
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city is Revachol?
The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory. Beyond patriotism. A fact.
And what makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Certainly better than basing it on rock and roll. Okay, so who built this city? Or when was Revachol built? And why did they resolve history?
1.
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
And when was the city built? And why did it resolve history? So 2 or 3?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered.
The DeLorean
The
Center.
tensions are highest. The fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
And why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people. In the middle of the Insulindic Ocean. The world's connective tissue.
She smiles.
It's where the money is.
So we're an we're in an unimportant part of an important place. Or, so we're pretty much the center of the world. Or, so we're on the periphery, basically nobody's?
1.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
She points across the river where the skyscrapers are.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Look to the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time.
Where are we? Or I don't know any of this. Or say nothing. Observe the large body of water swelling in the cold.
One.
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
She watches you closely as you scan the horizon.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
What is acute encephalopathy? Or that's all for now.
Lowdown.
So, 3 or 9?
Okay, we can do 3.
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
She conveys it in short, cold bursts, trying not to invest too deeply in the condition of this doomed detective, in case he goes down later, souring the entire portfolio.
Well, you've got a lot of writing on me. I won't let you down. Or what causes encephalopathy? Or, got it, let me ask you something else.
Let's see.
One?
It's not just me, Detective. All of Martinez has placed its chips on your success. I pray we've all bet wisely.
So what causes encephalopathy? Or, got it, let me ask you something else.
1.
Okay.
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
Oh, it's probably the surgery then. Oh, it's definitely drinking.
Alright, 2.
She nods slowly.
Yes, and perform autoerotic asphyxiation on yourself with your funny necktie, out in the open somewhere.
Alright, number 9.
Right?
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know.
You're on a
Anything
boat.
else?
Or what can you tell you about this strike? Or what can you tell me about this lynching? Or do you know something about these tattoos? Or I've got more questions about reality. Or you seem rich. Can I have money? Or thanks, that's all for now.
4.
What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
Fell silent for the moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves.
Lieutenant
I
hands
am
her a piece of
Lieutenant
blue tape.
Kitsuragi from Precinct 57, and this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
He points to me.
How curious. Why is
Oh.
that, Detective?
She returns the lieutenant's badge and turns to you.
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember whenever I told you I literally cannot remember even the most basic facts about reality?
How can I forget?
Tilts her head to the side. One of those facts is where my badge is. Another is my name.
I was hoping your condition was rhetorical, Detective. A questioning technique.
Nope, it's not. Or I wish it were, or perhaps it is. But it's also true that I don't remember where my badge is.
3.
I have sympathy for your highly unusual condition, sir. And I believe you. But as it stands, I cannot share any confidential information until I've seen both your badges.
I understand the dictates of protocol, ma'am, but is there no way around it?
I'm afraid not,
Ah,
Lieutenant.
okay.
These are my employer's orders.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
What kind of arrangement would it be? Or how do I negotiate my way out of this? Or then I'll find it somehow. Let's talk about something else till later.
1.
I mean, favors for favors. a dirty alliance of some sort.
How do I negotiate my way out of this? Or then I'll find it somehow. Let's talk about something else until I do. So...
3?
3? Alright.
Of course. But before we do, officers, let me be perfectly clear. The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all of us.
You're on a boat. Or what can you tell me about this strike? Or do you know something about these tattoos? Or you... yeah, you're rich. I could have some money? Or thank you, that's all for now. Really, 6 isn't a new one.
5.
You know, with these tattoos.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So you do know something about the tattoos. Or fine, let's return it for later. Or why? How's you looking at the photo type of the lyncher? So you do know something about the tattoos.
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
You're on a boat. Or what can you tell me about this strike? Or I've got some... Oh, sorry. You seem rich. Can I have some money? Or thanks, that's all for now. 1, 3, 7, or 8.
Maybe we can ask 7.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Wait, why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics. Or what lustrous hair.
1.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat. While dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities.
Okay, yeah. So...
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Ashamed? Or I'm not ashamed? Or what is this feeling? I've never felt it before. Or I'm a freaking working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some dough. Or as I should be, for even considering it. This is a woman, and I'm a man, dang it. Or, yes, I should make my own money by now.
Oh boy.
Indeed.
3 choices.
Yes, 1 through 6. What are we going to pick?
Yes. Well, let's see here.
How much pride do you have?
Right. You know, I'm thinking we need the money to stay the night somewhere.
We do. We really do. Like 115 real.
Yeah.
Like, we've been walking around trying to find money all day long, and we've come up with $6.50. That's less than minimum wage. That's pretty bad.
Right. All right, let's start with 3.
All right. What does this feel like? I've never felt it before.
Shame? You haven't really been in the presence of gentlefolk either, have you? What shame is there to be felt in front of these dock workers, cops, and hotel clerks? But to belittle yourself in these eyes of Odinil.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
You're on a boat. Well, what can you tell me about this strike? Or you can say it. Can I have some money? You ever heard of billions?
Yes. Oh, it's quite high.
It is.
All right. We can retry it.
All right, you ready?
All right.
Let's go.
Voila, you're doing it.
You seem rich. Can I have some money? Or can I have some money, ma'am? Or help me. I'm poor. I need money to keep living.
That's 3.
Yes, of course. I'm sad to hear that.
It's accurate.
Not as if
How much do you need?
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament than she's letting on?
I would like 0.1 cents. I would like 1 real. I need 130 real. I need 10,000 real. I need 1 billion real.
3 would cover it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
All right.
Let's go.
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
Reaches into her raincoat and pulls out a zip bag. And in it you see paper notes arranged like black gills.
She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper
It could
is
have said
cold
billions.
and oily to the touch.
Indeed.
Whoa, whoa. Did you see how easy that was?
Oh.
Ask her for more. Toot toot. Train to money time.
Please, ma'am, may I have some more?
Right.
Nay, it would be dishonorable, and mine honor is my life.
2.
Can you eat honor? Are you an omnivore? Give me a break.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
You bribed me all right. I'm your little peon now. Or I'm an honorable policeman, one of the few good men in Revachol. Or I'm still getting my head around this whole money concept. You were just helping me out. Or I want to talk about something else now.
3.
You're right,
Oh,
man.
oh, I picked
that
the wrong one. I
donations
hit 2,
are
sorry.
permitted under the Emergency
Okay.
Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they're...
I mean, I
not
guess
to be
that's kind of
requested.
close.
Yeah.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
We've solved the money problem.
Yes.
All right. We can talk about 1, 3, or 7 tomorrow. It is time for me to go to bed. It's
Okay, yes,
past
it
time.
is. It is late. Okay.
So let me go ahead and hit 7 for now. Thank you. That's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
And we can talk to her some more tomorrow. We've got money. Oh wait, Kim wants to talk. Let me just talk to Kim really quick because he wants to talk.
Okay.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages yet.
You should take care of that, then.
I think I have the money now. This is money, right? Show him the rebound.
I'll also take a room at the Whirling. One cannot get much closer to the crime scene.
He's proud of you for getting your act together and finding a way to pay back what you owe.
Okay, so we're gonna save, and we have solved our money problem for today.
Yes.
We'll have to figure out tomorrow when we get there.
Right.
All right, Noel, you successfully solved the money problem. I could not.
Oh. Okay.
I had to be basically I had to be Deus Ex Machina out of it.
I see.
So, congratulations. Well done. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream.
All right.